Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Dr. Samah and my fellow friend. Today I would like to present our group assignment, which is the rules of teachers in developing IQ of high school students while online learning. Our group members are Zuhaila, Wanu Amira, Nur Ashikin, Muhammad Nasrullah, Shazafira Amani, and Yang Zitong. First of all, my name is Zuhaila binti Zulkafli. My matric number is D2020-109-5758. Introduction. The Movement Control Order (MCO) implemented by the government since March 18 not only affect most of the premises and office that were ordered to close, but also the students took a long vacation from attending school to study. Teaching and learning method recommended by the Ministry of Education allow students to continue learning from home even though the situation may be quite foreign to most students, and students must stay at home. Teachers need their respective attention with holistic, specific pedagogical knowledge, exploring the use of multimodal learning models. Our problem statements are: pandemic has changed the pattern of human life, stunned economic growth, and affect education system. And most of teachers are not creative in teaching, especially during online classes. Our objectives are: identify the role of teachers in developing high school student IQ during online learning. And next, identify what are the development characteristics of students that can be seen by teachers. Next, identify the best way for a teacher to handle different of student IQ. And the last one, identify the role of students as a learner to develop their IQ.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to Dr. Sama and my fellow friends. My name is Shazafira Amanina binti Tajuddin. My matrix number D2020-109-3490 from ISMP Ekonomi Rumah Tangga. On 3 June, I as representative for this group interviewed a teacher to ask about our chosen topic, which is the role of teaching in development IQ high school students in online learning in Malaysia. The teacher that I've been asking is Puan Rohana binti Haris, 56 years old, teaching at Palmer Secondary School, Sandakan, Sabah. Subject she taught is Malay and English language. Graduate with a Bachelor of Literature and has served for 20 years until now. The interview session with her was through a video call on Facebook. There are 6 questions that have been asked her. The first is: experience and environment are closely integrated with student development. What are the developmental characteristics of students that can be seen by teachers? Second, what activities can be carried out in online class to develop students' thought and emotion? Third, what is the role of students as learners? Fourth, each student has a different IQ. What is the best way for a teacher to deal with these differences? Fifth, in this era, technology has become a priority, especially in the field of education. How teacher can use technology to develop IQ students? The last one is, what kind of quality character that teacher needs to convince students to increase their IQ to highest level? All the questions have been answered by the teacher and I had written on appendix in report. So the conclusion is, teacher is the main role to develop IQ high school students in online learning in Malaysia with or without technology helps. In addition, every student have their own responsibility to make sure online learning classes during this situation went well and success.
Importance of project: to identify and get the views of teachers in the topic we choose, namely the role of teachers in development high school student IQ during online learning. Besides that, what does the teachers do and with relate theory we learn in development high school student IQ during online learning.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Wana Amira binti Mawar. So let's move on to the next one, which is literature review. So for the theoretical framework, there are three. First one is role of student in learning process, where as learner, students play a crucial and active role in education. They must involve and interact with students and teachers, participate in class discussion, and act in receptive manner. They also have to collect materials for learning and assignment, check on their study times, do some notes for every subject. Second one is characteristic of student that's seen by teachers. There are a lot of characteristics of students that can be seen by teachers, such as fail to study by test deadline, the one who always late came to class, the one who always keep in silent, the one who always ask questions to teachers, and student who always prepared before the class start. Thus, teacher needs to play a lot of role in order to make sure their student get the knowledge while in class. So, students have to know well in using technology and website. As we know, YouTube and Google are the two good website to get information. So students usually use these two applications to do their homework, their assignment, or get information. Okay, next one is theories related. There are two theories related in this project. First one is behaviorism, and the second one is constructivist learning. Okay, behaviorism is also known as behavioral psychology. That is a theory of learning which states all behaviors are learned through interaction with the environment through a process called conditioning. Thus, behavior is simply a response to environmental stimuli. Behaviorism only concerns with observable stimulus-response behaviors, as they can be studied in a systematic and observable manner. The second one is constructivist learning, which is the constructivist theory is based around the idea that learners are active, participate in their learning journey. Knowledge is constructed based on experience. As events occur, each person reflects on their experience and incorporate their idea with their prior knowledge. The theory of constructivist learning is vital to understand how student learns. The idea that students actively construct knowledge is central to constructivism. Students add their new experience on top of their current foundation of understanding. As an educator, it is important to understand the theory of constructivist learning. Each student that enter your classroom has a unique perspective on life that has been created by their unique experience. This will impact their learning. If the basis of the constructivist theory states that students construct new knowledge on what they have already had, the entry point of their learning journey is of utmost importance.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nasrullah bin Abdul Ghani. My number metric D202010941558. I will present about a result of discussion and conclusion. In my opinion, during this pandemic, use online learning class as often as Google Meet, Zoom, sometimes offline. The characteristics of students that can be seen by the teacher are front-thinking skill and problem-solving skill. That's all. And next, the use of technology in teaching. Technology will make the teaching and learning process will be more interesting and effective in the classroom. For example, using tools such as PowerPoint, Flash, video, visual, and they just need to apply those tools into the teaching and learning process. In this way, the teaching and learning process can be carried out more easily, simply and cautiously because students will be exposed to interesting pictures and presentations that are easy to understand. Next, online class activity. Students need to determine what to study, find material that teachers have placed on virtual learning platforms such as Google Classroom and University e-learning. Then organize their own time to research the material. Next, the role of student as learner. Online learning requires student discipline as well as strong support and encouragement from teacher. Nextly, method of dealing with comparison IQ. Education, on the other hand, aim to deliver the mental and ability of individual to become human beings who are virtuous, responsible, and useful in order to contribute and foster the way. Lastly, increase of IQ level. The responsibility of a teacher is not only to impart knowledge to students but also to build the attitude and values of mature students and the ability to think critically and prepare students in the face of real competition and challenge in the outside world. Conclusion: it is certainly not easy to build this lifelong learning skill. Yet with the COVID-19 and PKP, we are given the remain self-reliant in the century, as the saying goes, in the Royon is not solved. Where can the struggle be found is we went to equal lifelong learning skill and other 21st century skills such as problem solving and discussion making skill, working in a team, managing emotion, ICT literacy, and so on. Effort to learn need to be invested. Thank you. That's all.